Good time zones, everybody, and welcome to Thursday. I had to think about that one. You can tell I don't know what day of the week it is. It's a day ending in Y. Y? Yes, Y. And we're going to definitely be increasing the Y. As the goal today is to spend a little bit of time having a think, a thunk. And our initial thing to be doing is we're going to be sciencing with ravagers. Because, of course, now you're sciencing with ravagers feels like the sort of thing that you should be saying and then causing chaos. But before we do that, welcome in to Blast Jordan, who is apparently unhappy with a laptop and a hammer. Kel Birdie, welcome in as well, shuffling in wrapped in a blanket. True Purple, welcome in. Frauke failing to sneak in at all. TGM, Elkhorn, goodness, as somebody else said, it definitely is a early party. Welcome to all of you. Before even we got to the bot party parade. One of the three of those words is actually accurate. I'm not sure which one it was. Welcome into all of you. Then the scurrying begins, and a brand new scurry. Fresh, happy, brand new single scurry. Welcome into all of you on there. Urban, welcome in. Kel Birdie, Chaos Tween, welcome in. Scroll. Urban made a chicken and mushroom pie. Ooh. You can keep the chicken, but the rest might be good. Hunter, welcome in as well. I hope you're doing okay. One more day in the office. Yes. It is Thursday. One more day to come. We're getting there. Jerry May, welcome in as well. And a hydrate. I'll hydrate. And a stretch. Let's get the hydrate out of the way. I'll hydrate. And to go with it, a stretch. Let's see if there's any popcorn left. I did. Yep. No, just a little. I did walk around before stream, so that might have reduced the popcorn a bit, but thank you for the hydrate and stretch there, Jerry May. Let's see. Carry on scrolling. Sounds like a bad film. Elkhorn and True Purple. Kay! Welcome in, Kay. Hope you're doing okay. I mean, hey, you'll always advocate for more foe in everyone's lives as long as it's not much of a pain. I feel like I've missed a... okay. Really getting back into your cooking since the move to try and make homemade ice cream maybe... okay. Right, I read those two messages backwards. Sounds about right for me. Canadian Dragon, welcome in, and good to see you. Thank you for the lurk as well. Jerry May on a 10-stream streak and managing to escape from the Mary Whitehouse bot up to 3 to 4. Not bad, you're doing well there. New laptop overheated itself, don't know why, everything was fine. Would not turn on no matter what you do, powered... Oh no! I'm sorry, Blast, that's a shame. I hope it can be resolved easily. Refuse to comment on that one. Midna, welcome in. I hope you're doing okay. EP, but going to hang out for long enough for the Ravager science. Ratty, welcome in as well. Midna on a 10-stream streak, ending up in blanket jail, but it's a 50-50 split. 2 catches, 2 escapes. You're doing okay there. And there's Cozy Elkhorn. Yeah, I probably should consider a squirrel emote. It's been 2 days and hope did not blow any red flags on warranties, because we will definitely be able to... Yeah. Ms. Mist, welcome in. Right. So. After yesterday, we. Great. Now we've got the French Ravagers. We are going to have some wins. We are pondering tromplets. Don't mind me, I'm just setting up a small enclosure so that the tromplets don't just roam freely and happily across this slightly scarred and decimated land where I tend to do my tinkering. I mean, that... If anyone's seen the recent video from Doc M77, you'll recognise this. I was having a build of it to have a look at it myself. This is really rather nice. I know that it came from one of the people that Doc M77 works with quite a lot. It's a really interesting furnace array using a copper golem to ensure it gets split evenly. Canadian Dragon on a 275 stream streak, tossing the pants at Mary Whitehouse and managing to escape 7 to 5. Goodness. And what did we get from... Thank you for the lurk. It didn't like the word dunce there. We'll see what the technician says tomorrow. As somebody who proudly dunce in anything computer related, do not wish to understand what the problem is. Yep. What if you have a 64 furnace array? That would be slightly harder. The way this works, it's designed specifically for small furnace arrays of 8. And what it does... Actually, do I have anything to throw in here? Yeah, we've got overlords. That'll do. So, I locked this. So if I put in... Let's put in, say, 4 stacks of that. Copper Golem will go in, grab a quarter of a stack, 16, and put it into a chest. That chest will then be locked, and so you'll end up with 16 items going into your first furnace. Then, or rather, 16 items being split between 2 furnaces. It's actually a 16 furnace array. I can't count. And as a result, you get exactly 8 items going into each furnace, which is really rather neat. And as it works its way along the row, every time it opens a trapped chest to put something in, it causes that trapped chest to be locked off, meaning it moves on to the next pair of thingamies. Hey Chris, welcome in. Furnaces, that's the word I was looking for. And when it's filled all 8, this last one causes a full reset. Like so. And now all of the trap chests reopen, and away it goes again. And it just keeps putting 8 into everything. It's a great idea. As I say, that was borrowed entirely from the start of Doc M77's most recent video. I may have to consider this because it's a really rather neat way of doing things. That is, however, not why we are here. Why do I have a copper column spawn egg? Oh yeah, because that thing. Right. No. Difficulty normal. Of course, I normally run this world in peaceful because otherwise you end up with 45 trillion, and I mean trillion, bouncy little happy fun annoyances. Right. So, if I do this. So, having looked at Gamer Geeks, which has some lovely information on summoning, this should work. It is the scale command. The interesting thing is, when you try and... it seems to have, like, 2 settings, 0, 1, and smeg all. The initial... it starts at 1, and when you go to scroll down, it just goes to 0.0625. At which point, you end up with a Ravager that big. I think that tromplet might be a bit small. I do, however, have a question. It's a cute. It's an itty bitty teeny weeny ant-sized Ravager. That's what the minimum sized summon of Ravager is. Now, of course, I'm going to ignore the fact that I have anything in my inventory. I want to know. Ow. Yes. Yep. That hits like a Ravager. Hey, Loopy. And Elkhorn, I recently ran across an old book of medical procedures. The spine was intact, but the appendix was missing. Oh, dear. They still hit like a truck, yes. And we have a monotype, so those who might need their... they're also very, very noisy. Who might need their Pokemon. Right. Actually, I'm just going to leave that there for the moment. So, how are you doing, Loopy? And Bo, welcome in. That has to be the most cute, most... I swear, the only reason I survived that is I had netherite on. Yes, Kel looked at exactly the same set of information as I did. I don't think we can use a tromplet that big. I think the tromplets might have to be a bit bigger. So, let's try 0.3. Okay, that's actually pretty adorable. I mean, that's about 2/3 of a block. That looks quite cute. Let's see what half scale. You see, half scale. So let's have a. So we hold on. Something tells me I need to turn down game sounds because these guys are noisy. What we were going to do is base on the design that was used in Decked Out 2. Oh, you can't place a button on a... Okay. But about that scale is what we've got on the idiotic server as little models. So we've got ant weight, mouse size. I think that's more kitten sized. That's definitely German Shepherd sized. Actually, that might even be big for a German Shepherd. For context, that's a full-size ravager. Discovered that earlier today. Button tail must be an armor stand. Bulldog. Kitty? Where'd the micro... Oh, there it is. I was about to say, I can't find the tiny one. So that's a normal size ravager. I'm torn. I might actually have to have one of those and two of those. And yes, the hitboxes scale with them. I can't find the tiny ravager. The tiny ravager. Teeny tiny danger ravager. Teeny tiny danger ravager. Teeny tiny ravager. It's so tiny. These aren't my children, Blast. These are my new pets. Including the itty bitty teeny it was an itty bitty teeny tiny truckun. Right. Well, I was going to actually try and get a screenshot of that scale. Can we see, like, what it say? It seems like at bird's view. Yeah, you can see the tiny one. Perfectly capable of keeping track of them, just can't count them properly. Yeah, exactly. So if that's 3, that's 5. Would it be evil to make a super small one and release it to cause chaos? No, I'm left thinking that the super small one is entirely natural. The Ravager just fell in the pit. What do you get? Okay, so assuming that that's the size, so a 0.5 is roughly the right size to go against a cauldron. I am tempted to, actually, honestly, I'm tempted to have a 0.3, a 0.4, and a 0.5 in the world, and I am not having a 0.0625 in the world. Hi. Just hi. You crave chaos. Look, the fact that I'm going to be releasing these into my madness world is probably going to be chaos enough, Loopy. Don't you think? How small of a gap can they go around? Get through? Well, since the hitboxes operate to the size of the thing, how small a gap can that one get through? That one can probably get through a stair. That one will probably just run straight through a stair and not even worry about it. That one and that one can probably get through 1 block gaps. That one would need a 1.5 block gap. That one we know needs a 3 block gap. Is that my... That's the 0.4. So 0.3 and 0.4 can both fit in a single block gap, judging by the fact that they've both fallen in this hole. This one is 0.5 and can't fit into that corner. .314. .314 looks rather... I mean, it's barely bigger than the .3. It does look adorable, I will admit. It does work. And just for sheer comedy value, what happens if you have a 3.14 Ravager? That's a pie Ravager. That's one of those. Mother. I'm trying to remember why that exists, but I don't really want to know. That's a that. Hi. Yep. Yeah. How? I'm curious. Oh! Hi! What? I'm not sure I can run away from that one. It's the Kaiju Ravager. Yes, there's no way you can make a pen suitable for that one. Hold on. Right. Let's, Giant Ravager. Yes. That was the 3.14. Hi. Oh. Hello. No. He's a bit derpy at that scale, apparently. I don't think the AI can cope with being that size. I really don't think... Ow. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. And it wasn't the Ravager that killed me. I was slain by slime. Oh, Lord. I landed myself in a sticky situation. Yep. Well, that was a mistake. Goodness. I like the fact that you can tell this world is set for mayhem, just by the fact that we also did this. That's cursed. That's cursed. That's equally cursed, but not quite as badly. That's just worrying. That actually looks almost okay. That looks like it's sticking its tongue out at me. And that, also sticking its tongue out at me, equally cursed. Yeah, they're exactly, Kel. Now I know I'm in... You know what? Just make it. I'll put my armor back on. No. I will not. For thou art Chaos Twin. Right, okay, we've done science. Let's bring the camera count back online. Hey, Raven. Oh, you missed it. Yes, it worked. Actually, just for Raven, because I feel like Raven needs to see the hilarity. We found a couple of sizes that probably work nicely. We won't be using ant weight, aka that version. Whatever you do, do not summon an ant. They still hit like a truck. I think our likeliest is probably that size. Roughly adorable, does fit in a 1x1 hole. See? Fits in a 1x1 hole. Hi. I worry about the fact that you can jump up that much for that height. I had to get that as a screenshot. And then we also figured out what kaiju looks like. Actually, I'm curious. Whoa! Okay, apparently that must be capped, because that's not much bigger than the 31. And we have a Pokemon in chat, for those who might be interested in trying to catch it. It is a Hakamo. Hakamo! Okay, so I think we found the maximum size of the kaiju. Did that just... Yep, that just blipped out of reality. Apparently it was too big, and Minecraft couldn't cope anymore. Once heard a joke about amnesia, but you forgot how it went. Hey, sci-fi! Right, back to disappear. There, peaceful. Holy, disappearing ravagers, Batman! Yes. Apparently Minecraft decided that ravager should not exist. Which is probably for the best. Right, the reason I was over here was... oh yes. Unfortunately, we don't have any mangrove roots. So they weren't from here. It must have been the muddy mangrove that I saw the other day. If I was here. The Ravagant is both adorable and terrifying. Yes. Kaiju Ravager is a crime. Tiny ant-sized Ravager is both adorable and deadly. We did actually do a test, Raven. Turns out that even at ant size, a Ravager still hits like a Ravager. It hits like a truck. Yep. Size doesn't adjust the damage. So, despite the fact that I actually died to the oh, hello. Died to the slimes. Tiny Ravager is a violation of the Geneva Convention. No, Tiny Ravager with speed 2 would be a violation of the Geneva Convention. And yes, I did ponder whether or not I should adjust the speed of the ravagers. I don't think so. I mean, we all know that kids tend to be faster because they just run around with lots of energy. But equally, I don't want to be anywhere near a ravager with that much energy. Or should that be... I don't want to be around a ravager with that much kinetic energy. And now my brain is, what would happen if you had a zoomy ravager with a spear rider on the back? Just how dangerous would that be? Yes. Math Girl, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Are we just giving the Extra Life team ideas? They're the ones who came up with the concept of the... oh no, that was the... That was... Size never mattered. Oh my. I mean, it is the same team for Guild Rush and Extra Life. So they're the ones who came up with the wither, but riding a wither at about 0.3 scale. That's scary. That is scary. A wither riding a wither when they're all 0.3 scale, so they're about half a block tall, is perpetually terrifying. Right. Let's see. I was going to build a roof. But what I also need to do is actually have the cam account somewhere where I can actually see the roof that I want to copy. That team with admin powers during a live survival event is nuts. Yes. They should never be allowed. They're dangerous. But then again, they did drop a giant ravager on us in... Actually, did they? I got this vague feeling that there was a giant ravager... Something... So, on the last day of Last Life for Extra Life, we did have a few giant animals lying around. And I can't remember what got dropped on us. Giant squid from the sky. That hurts. Yeah, but there was something... giant pig, giant llama, giant glow squid. I know that something large got dropped on Luna and I while we were setting up a raid farm. Which clearly we should have done on day 1 as opposed to day 5. And a cow. Of course there was a cow. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Let's actually get some building done, shall we? Oh, or maybe not. We'll get some hydrating and stretching done. Heil hydrate! It was a fish that got dropped on me and Luna. Ah, okay. Thank you. Honestly, it's only been a month and a half and I can't remember yesterday. Let alone Last Life for Extra Life. Stretch. Hey, fag. And then that fish just lived in the farm from that point. Yep. That seems appropriate. Whee! Come fly with me. As I zoom through the skies and land upon the thing I wanted not to fall off. Oh well. I need my pocket stone cutter. Let's see. Oh, I should bring the volume back up so that now that we're not actually... science has been scienced, Feg. We have successfully identified... I saw that elkhorn. I saw that... Yes. I actually posted a link in my Discord. 2 of them got posted in Blue Sky. I think you actually reposted it, or Melly did. Holy heck, that hits hard. That's one of those. Excuse me, I appear to have been around somebody who's cutting onions. No, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Please ignore the. Yeah, no. It's adorable. Yeah. Right. I was gonna silly onion ninjas. Yes, exactly. Silly onion ninjas. Not supposed to cut onions around squirrels. But yes, in answer to the overarching question, yes, we have done science. Science has been done to us. And the general verdict was, ow. We found that you can do an ant weight ninja. An ant weight no. I got ninjas on the brain now. An ant weight ravager. And I wouldn't recommend it because they still hurt. They still hurt just as much. So we won't be getting one of those in this world because it'll basically ignore all pens and murder me repeatedly. You say that like they're bad things. Yes. Frankly, yes. Think of the content. I did. I was thinking more of the content of my inventory being strewn all over the floor. Again. Yard sales are good for the community. I reject your reality and substitute anything without an ant weight ravager. No, I've got that wrong. It's that one. That one shouldn't have been there. So we can substitute for a reality where wooden... Look, this is not like that chessboard that I saw the other day, which basically could fold suddenly and turn into a totally different shape of chessboard. It's completely back. Aha. Yeah, sure. Octogen! Welcome in. Welcome, Raiders. Happy Thursday. Welcome in. We've got quite a few of you here already. We've got Miller Millennial, Octogen themselves, Nordic Girly, Taro, Loopy. Obviously, double parked. Deep. Welcome in, Deep. Nordic. And Ultraphilian. I hope I said that one right. Excuse me for a second, that I need to sleep before we end up with all sorts of nasties trying to murder me. Welcome in, everybody. I hope that you had a fantastic stream. Whoops. Sorry. Alright, now I can... If you have a moment to let us know what you got up to, absolutely fantastic if you can. If you need to raid and run, self-care is most important. Same goes to everybody who's come in with you on that raid. I've just realised that hole in the pen that I was going to leave for me to walk in and out of is actually potentially lethal. This isn't going to work. This is not good. For those wondering why I'm deciding that that pen is lethal, we are going to be having tromplets. Tromp. Also known as baby ravagers. We've done some science. We've worked out that a 0.3, 0.4, and 0.5 sized ravager are both adorable and deadly. Although super deadly is the 0.06 and size one. Creative work on the Reverie Nether Hub, making lots of arches at very peculiar angles. Ooh, arches at angles can be a right fnurble. Congratulations if you've managed that. Some of the, I bet that looks fantastic though. I hope that you are feeling that you've managed to achieve that the way you're happy with. Some of those words are in the right order. Please just shuffle them. Guess ask your viewers. Honestly, the viewers are fine. Are you happy with it? Is more important. Boing, boing, boing. You think they look reasonable? That sounds like a successful build then. There we are. And we have a slack off for those who are playing Pokemon. I feel like I need to do another arch that's slightly smaller than this. Probably the variant from one block earlier, just on this bit as a slight dip at the end of the roof. I was going to say the bridge. This is not a bridge. Yes, beware the tromplets. Tromp. I can highly recommend sciencing to find out just what a baby ravager at 0.06 scale looks like. Also, a ravager at 60 times the size is also disturbing. That was not what I meant to place there. Tromplets don't tromp, they just go tomp. Ah, yes, of course. Sorry. Yeah, they can't go tromp because they're not big enough. Although, they still hit like they go tromp. Boing. Boing. Let's see. So if I want that, then it would be like that. Like that. Then it's 2 and 1. And repeat on this side. Oops. Where's the internet? Oh no! No, bad internet. Well, I guess gravity works. Just brief grip. I'm glad it. Hopefully, that was just it going. Oh, yes. Really? I'm missing 2 blocks or 2 half slabs. It's not even a full. Nah. Also, I know that it's probably entirely a weird thing to think about, but actually, They're not half slabs. They're slabs. They're half blocks. That works. Work through when you would normally take a break this morning. Your back is telling me to take it now. Oh no, Raven. Look after yourself. Right. Right, you horrible meal lot. Let's see what we can do about this. Yep, that's what we did on that side, wasn't it? Yes, that's even. You can still see stream and see it talking mobile. Yes. Oof. Yes, someone is very familiar. Take that break now. Look after the back. Yeah, backs are evil. Don't ask me how I know. That. I should do this on this side so that I know exactly what I'm doing. It's nice to think that I know what I'm doing. I mean, it's a myth. Absolutely, completely mythical. And not the sausage type. Right, let's do that. And then it's like this, like that, like this, like that, like that. Yar. Arr, yar, fnibbles. Arr, yar, fnibbles. I mean, absolutely. Whoop, no, wrong way. This way. That. I think actually it then just does this. Okay. That works. One of these. I love the way that I don't even know what I'm doing, despite the fact that I've got a picture up in the corner of screen, and actually it's the entirety. I like the way that I'm trying to look over there. It's the entirety of the left-hand monitor. You know, over there. You know, that one. You know, the monitor off to... I can't turn in that direction. Or at least, if I try and turn in that direction, it already turns... Ah! Naharm. Nope, that's too many. I heard that second clunk. Aha. These should be here. And these should be here. And then we have all of this. Hold on, are these upper, lower, or what? Those are lower. Harm, say I. You know what? I'm going to adjust this design a little. Just for this instance. I've changed my mind. Pray that I don't change it again. No, if I do that, what I then want is 16 trapdoors. Hey, what do you know? I've got the right number of trapdoors. Yay! Okay. Whose brain am I currently in? Because I've been accused of being in both Kel's and Raven's in the last 10 minutes. I'm fnurbling the deal. Play that I don't fnurble it any further. Uh-huh. Apparently, apparently the brain cell is highly motivated to move today. You see, that looks nice. That actually feels like it's a little bit more open, as you would want for an animal pen. I mean, those could be construed as being glass. The shared brain cell is on a pub crawl. The shared brain cell is always on a pub crawl. That's its default state. If it's true, does depend on the animal. But if you construe those as, if you think of those as glass panes, then it does feel like it might be okay. I can't do that. Unless I put in a couple of others and turn it into a... For this you want the enclosure from the opening scene in Jurassic Park. Will there be a goat fed to them? I mean, I've got the beard for it. Does that make me the goatee? It's less goat and more goatee. I was thinking a screaming goat would be apt. Look, if you try and feed me to a ravager, I will scream for you. Why do I say these things? Moving on. Moving right along. I Oh, Raven probably could. Look, distraction. Yes, exactly. Hey, what's that over there? Raven can, it's just harder. Kind of feel like I should do that at this point. Right. Oh no! You know, I'm going to rename the VIP commands to Archivist and Quote Fnurbler. That's the right one. You like Quote Fnurbler. Why am I not surprised? I mean, that actually feels appropriate for this group, doesn't it? Look, it would be an additional command, Kel. Not replacement. I would never take away draw and sheathe. I mean, there's also mod and unmod. You got a new pet lizard. I named him Tiny because he's minute. Oh. Oh, I read that out loud. And then I realised what I was saying. Honestly, I'm more likely to throw Geico at Elkhorn for that one, and just then call it an insurance claim. Free insurance. I like the fact that Elk and I both thought of that as well. So apparently I'm in Elk's brain right now. I really wish I could actually, you know, claim the air miles for the amount of travelling that the brain cell must be doing right now, because holy fnurbles, would that be useful. Mad Paradigm on a 7-stream streak, ending up in blanket jail. Whoopsie. Being Scott's Malkovich. Which half of the floor are we on? Dip, 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 dip. 13.5. That feels about right. I understand and acknowledge that one deep. Oh, no, that's wrong. I said nothing. Nothing. Uh-huh. We believe you. Thousands wouldn't. And not even your mother. It's a train of thought only a mother would love. Wait, what? A distraction! It's a Pokemon in chat. And it's a monotype, so you really want to be distracted by that one. He's fnabbling for the fjords. Wait, what? He's not dead, he's just fnabbling. Fnabbling? Yes, fnabbling for the fjords. I kind of feel like it would... actually, it's probably alright. Let's have a quick look at that from a distance. Actually, that looks alright. So that... This is going to be like a small... thing. Highly accurate description, that. Thing. It's going to be a small thing with an overhang and a thing. And this one's the larger thing with more thing and thing in it. Available to store some things. Because if we really want to thing, we might want to thing here and thing there and thing 1 and thing 2. Shelter, yes. That one's a shelter, that one's a lean 3. Because, as Elkhorn has previously reminded me repeatedly, I would build a lean 2 and make it an off by 1, so it would be a lean 3. Gonna go back to bed. Oh no, Mad, look after yourself. I hope you feel better soon. And I still ended up with 30 half slabs left over. Right, I'm going to move the Beware of the Tromplets sign over to here. That needs to be made to glow a little bit. Scots, they have an overhang and a thing. Police officer, are you able to give me more accurate description of the miscreant, please? No. For some reason, I'm left thinking I should probably... that the concept of having a quite board would be funny. Here we find Scots being noted on the quite board. Quite what? Yes. Absolutely. Boop the button. I bet it was a gazebo. They're dangerous when they wake up. You gotta be careful of those gazebos. The dread gazebo. It's not quite interesting, it's quite fnurbly. Ooh, my. That goes with the fnurble wranglers. volunteers to be Alan Davies. I can't remember who's on QI. It's been so long. No, that's... Sin Lily! Thank you for joining the scurry. Sandy Tosvig and Alan Davies are the only regulars. I mean, I feel like being Fnerbled. I feel like being Fnerbled. Yes. Hydrate. Hey, Sin Lily. Yes, exactly. I'm just going to sit here and squeak my bottle. Oh, great. That was one of my shoulders that went pop there as well. I'm going to squeak my bottle. The squeaky bottle of doom. It's not quite as fun as from Pearl's stream with Larry, but hey Rocky, watch me pull a Fnurble out of my Bullwinkle. Thank you for the lurk, Feg. What was I doing? Why was I doing it, and how do I not do it? In public anymore. Okay. We have all of this. I think I want to decorate this so that it can have a pair of ravagers. And I think we said we were going to have a sort of wall over here so that the two ravagers can be in here while the tromplets tomp around here. Of course you should have, Elcon. Of course you should have. Right, so if we're going to do a wall here, if I was a wall, how fnurbled would I be? Also, how high is this? Okay. So that's... Okay, that's block level. So if I'm dealing with block level, that needs to be like that. Although, to be honest, I could probably then put 3 thingamies. No. And I don't mean blind mice. Am I a wall or AWOL? I'm fairly sure that my brain is AWOL. Right. Now we can put a wall into this and it'll actually all connect and lean and line and loon and lana flama hana harna. Great, now I sound like Miracle Max. Never have I worked for so little, except maybe that one time, but maybe for a bacon, lettuce and tomato. Oh, no, it was MLT. Mutton lettuce and... whatever. That one. Really? I had a load of warp slabs. Oh well. I guess we'll just have to store those in there then. Let's grab some of those. Ooh, I'm short on spruce trapdoors, but I've got spruce planks, so I can make a few more. Let's go for that many. That's a nice number. That's 20. 20 spruce trapdoors. 1. 2. 24. What? Tough bricks, polished tough. Do I have... Oh, I do have a decent number of spruce fence gates. I'm not sausage. I'm Scotsman. Sausage is a totally different stream. Boing. 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 Also, hi cutie. Hi, hi, hi. 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 No boobs? Yay, boobs. Thank you for the boobs, cutie. Boing, boing, boing. I should eat after that. Daft haggis. That's probably more like it. If you take me off the hillside, I do tend to lean to the to one side as well. Actually, I was gonna put a trumplet door in. Okay, apparently I can't put one there. Okay, I'm going to put these on the inside then. Did you know that the person who invented the Ferris wheel never met the person who invented the merry-go-round? They obviously travelled in different circles. Oh! Yes, they were clearly operating perpendicular to reality. What I might do is then put some... Actually, if I take those two out, I can replace them with oak trapdoors, and that would look better. I know I had some oak trapdoors. Trappus Dorus Ocus. But to be honest, I can't be bothered to go all the way back and find them, so I'm just going to make a couple from the random bits of oak that are living in this cupboard. There we are. So of course, everybody keeps some oak living in a cupboard. As long as it's not the mighty oak, who might be upset at being forced to live in a cupboard. Roll out the barrel, it is a barrel of elk. Roll out the barrel. Wait, what? Lovely. I have, however, realised I am unable to escape this building when I bring ravagers in. So for the moment... No, that was not what I wanted to do. I'm going to move this around and do that. Yuck, that looks terrible. Nope. escapes the elven stronghold and makes his way to Lake Town. We're off to visit Lake Town. Trump to Trump to Trump. We're going to visit Lake Town. Trump to Trump to Trump. That looks quite nice. I like that effect of having the wow, actually I rather like that. That looks cool. I've not done that fence in front of trapdoors as a wall like that before. I like it. It's got that sort of heavily reinforced but still sort of log cabin feel. I wonder if I could do some interesting building designs with that at a future point. Right, let's also sort out the fact that I need to figure out how not to get murdered by ravagers whilst trying to get into this pen. Or out of it. If I do that. But then... Because that's going to stop ravagers. Whoops. And that's going to stop... I can use this to escape a tromplet. What I might do is... I know. Let's do this. Well, that didn't work. Hey, Lotus! There. At which point, I'm going to take that out. And that out. Because although they're nice... Oh, actually, hold on. If I take out these... I could put in that, and that. Hiss. I don't have enough of the nice stones to make that. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Really? Yeah, right. I need mossy stone brick. And yeah, let's sort this out. 180! Woohoo! And I didn't even notice we had a Houndoom in chat. How you doing, Lotus? Boop. 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 Deep. Boop. 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 Right. What did I come back here for? Oh, yes. A couple of those. That'll do. I feel like death trying to push through it. Well, take care of yourself and don't push yourself too far. Pushing yourself to the opposite side of death is not a good move. Highly can't recommend it. Whee! Yeah, that's silly. So, like that. Yeah, that works. So we can use this as a way in, bring our Ravager into here, bring our Ravager into here, and then escape through the back door. And while the Ravager's distracted in that pen, we close this. And then if it's still in there, we close that. Yep, that works. And once we've got 2 ravagers in here, we'll bring the tromplets in. Because, of course, we're going to need the tromplets. We're going to need the tromplets. Trumpety tromp. Tompty tompety tomp. Tompty 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 tompety tomp. Tomp tomp. Exactly. Right, what I do want to do is start to decorate the floor first. Now, if I remember rightly... Aha! Podzol! I thought I had some coarse dirt in here, but apparently not. Got some spruce logs. We'll bring some mud as well. Let's bring some cobblestone and use that under the walls. Right, I need... You need a breath mint. Never underestimate a ravager with bad breath. Mostly the problem there is because nobody gets close enough to brush their teeth. Although, to be honest, I would expect a ravager to end up... it would be like a... I could almost see it being a bit like a hippopotamus, with a little birdie popping between the teeth, hopping between the teeth of a ravager and just, you know, cleaning its teeth for it. Occasionally pulling bits of squirrel fur out after it's decided to, that lunch of a squirrel was perfectly sensible. Let's see. I'm going to bring a couple of these. Don't mind me, I do make sense eventually. Midna! Midna! Zant! Zant? That sounds like a fun one. Are you gonna... You may have to explain that one, because I'm curious. It's a distraction! Oh. To the documentation room. Villain from the Legend of Twilight Zelda. Princess. Oh, nice. I don't have fish in here, Daddy Bones. Is... Wrong shelf. Is this your first... Welcome in, Daddy Bones. Is this your first redeem, Midna? Wow. Ah, foxes we didn't record. Right. Gordons have a lot more... that's not the quote button. Are you sure? Hey, Bad Moon. I never put any torches in my safety hole. Oh, my. Right. Oh, Midna. You're going to make my life difficult. You're down to 106 points. But you're up a Gordon. Can I rephrase that? You made it difficult because... if you look at the alphabet here, I don't have a gap for Midna. I need a new bookshelf. Either that or I need to, you know, rearrange the alphabet. Apple Gordon without a fnurble. Exactly. Let's borrow MJ's book for a second. There we are. Okay. No, 112. And Zant. Building 65? No. There we are. Done there. No, you're going to be under Midna Potter. It's just, it might be a little bit, okay, so it's Midna, MJ, Moscow, Hosco in there at the moment. I apparently need to spend some time rearranging my bookshelves. I kind of wish there was a better way of doing that. But, well, not sure. A squash and a squeeze. Yes. Hey, hello, No Drama Safety Llama. I've not been to see you recently. Hopefully, I won't have to see you for reporting purposes. It's lovely to see you, though. Boing. Boing. Potter! Potter! Right. I need a nap because it's getting dark. And while it's getting dark, I need a name tag. Oh, look, a name tag. Oops. Hey, Krish. Welcome in. There we are. Right. I need to apparently do some training because I've only got one trained pillager at the moment. Which is entirely unfair. That's alright. Okay. So, I need... What do I need, other than the grip on reality? I need a boot. Right. Hello. You have been recruited. Go on. You scranning pie. Ooh, pie. I need to work out where to put you. I think I've got an idea. Don't worry. Right. Bees. Did I close the door? Yes, I did. Get out of your minecart. Get into the boot. Thank you. Yes, fresh animations. They are so much more expression. They have so much more expression. Hi. Missed me. So yeah, I've got fresh animations here, and because I've also got entity model features and entity texture features, so that I can use it in Pretties mode. We're going on a boat trip. Trumpety, trumpety, trump. You have been recruited by the Star League to fight against Zur and the Kodan Armada. Exactly. This guy can't be recruited because he's holding a pillager banner. They can be so peaceful when they haven't got ammunition, except for the amount that they just scream at you constantly. Harm, harm, ha, harm, harm, harm. They're just talkative. Yeah, that's true. Okay. So that's the height I want to get them in. I love the way that I've got the windows rigged as a doorway. Hey, you two. You're getting a new roommate. Don't worry. Alright. And now we need a lead. And we're going to take you on a boat trip. There we are. Come on in. Ow. I didn't not mean to smack myself over the head with a trapdoor. Come on. Why are you making this difficult? Sir, you're making this difficult. Get in here. Come on. Yay! Right. Now that you've made it into the building... Oh, you didn't. No, you didn't. Where did that go? Ah, there it is. The second oak trapdoor. I thought we had finally figured out something else that they could pick up, which would have been very annoying. There we are. Zant. Welcome to your new home, Zant. Let me get you out of that boat. And we have a Pokemon in chat for those who are interested in a Vigoroth. There we are. Alright. Hell yeah. Welcome to the barracks, Zant. Right, let's close the window. Let's drop us. Let's double check that gravity is functional. Apparently, gravity is functional. Oop, gravity works. Okay. Have I picked up all of my scaffolding? 41, yes. Let's hop in through this wall. Hi. Don't mind me. I'm just sneaking in. And we need an armor stand for you. There we are. We have your armor stand there now, Midna. Oh god. Let's try that without the typo. There we are. Yay! So, armor stand, pillager, the whole kit and caboodle. You are now responsible for a recruit here in Gordonstein. Shinji, alive, and Zant. Hello, Zant. Thank you for hanging out and recruiting that, Midna. Shinji and Gordon's alive. Gordon's alive? Grey complexion fits him perfectly. Well, that's good, because I don't think I can change their complexion. He looks a bit unhappy at the concept of needing to wear makeup for his complexion. Hi, Shinji. Are you stuck in the corner here? Are you just, you know, constantly attempting to get out? Whee! So, what I now need to do, unfortunately, is after stream I need to sit here for about 10 minutes. This is how I train these guys. You've got an enchanted bow, so you're going to be a problem. But yeah, I just sit here and let them shoot at me for 10 minutes or so, and that tends to train them up neatly. Because of the trapdoors, they can't shoot at me. They think they can shoot at me, but the arrows hit the trapdoor instead, meaning I am perfectly safe in my boat. As opposed to when I'm building, at which point I'm not safe anywhere because, well, I'm not sure I'm safe to be around myself. Whee. Sorry, Chris. I noticed that I actually started eating just as you finished typing that. I love that. With stream lag, you probably got there first. And I believe that the actual answer is n+1. Not as sorry as you're going to be. Uh-huh. I believe you. But yeah, I believe the answer is always n+1. Look, at least I've not been murdered by anything or had a party popper blown up, so I haven't had to chat with the No Drama Safety Llama for a while. At least not on official purposes. Of course, now that I've said that... That's out of sight. That's gravel. Well, I've said it now. Something has to happen. Yep. How much do you want? I'm trying to get rid of some of it. Just seen the 90k for a ravager. Uh-huh. Guess who's got, like, enough points for about 6 ravagers, he says, looking pointedly in Raven's direction. There's a reason that we're building this pen. It's so that we can bring 3 tromplets and 2 ravagers into the world, ready for them to be named. Whee. Yeah, you're assuming that I have a camera that's connected to Discord at all. I forgot to pick up these. I needed some of these. I like the way that the horse just looked up at me and like, shut up, dude. I have a phone. Wow. How dare you be so accurate about me? Aww. We have a sleepy cow. Whee! Okay, so let's see. I would like to have... Yes, but it's one of those rotary ones. Shush. Just because you... It's 6 AM. Energy not going burr anymore. It's more likely to be going buzz. Operator, get me the Ministry of Fnurbles. Idiotic division. Ahem. You never saw that. That never happened. Ow. I swear the universe likes to just torment me with off-by-1 errors. There. Right. I'm going to put one there. One there. I do need to work out how we're going to light up this area. Because obviously it needs lighting up. We can't just rely... I love the fact that I've just remembered I've got a shovel. Hello, Landstrad. Welcome in. Oh, and we have a hydrate and a stretch. Hail, hydrate. Look after yourself, Urban. Thank you for joining us. Squeaky bottle of doom. And the stretch to go with it. Have a drink, have some popcorn. Everyone else, remember, med check, look after yourselves. Take care. Take care out there, whatever you are. Right, let's see. I'm going to put a bit of this in here. I brought over the course... that to put under the walls a little in a couple of places. Let's do a bit here, some actual foundations for the walls. You know, almost like somebody tried to make this place relatively solid. After all, you don't want your building containing your ravagers to not be solid. Your head played your Scars Be Prepared song from The Lion King, but replaced by Scott saying, take care. Yeah, no. I think I'm more likely to be... it's more likely to be Prepared from Tom Lehrer. With the scouts. Although I was highly upset, my manager doesn't know who Tom Lehrer is. I may have to correct that. How dare they not know who Tom Lehrer is? Subtle, because I like my manager. And because we're entering year end, and so they're also going to have to be doing my my end of year review in the next couple of weeks. So I'd like not to. Oh, poisoning pigeons in the park. Yeah, I'd like not to do anything to my manager that might result in anything that goes contra to my getting through the end of the year with a job. You know, I should probably have brought some gravel, rather than using it all for coarse dirt. Before becomes Pete Tong, just become a full-time streamer in Fnerbler. Honestly, I don't think that. While I love you lot, and you're all fantastic, welcome in, Blacklad. There ain't enough of you for me to be able to do that, and I don't think that the odds of me actually being popular enough to gain the level of following that I would need to actually have a... Yeah, it ain't happening. I ain't trying for it anyway. This time next year, Rodney. Ha! And we have a Dracovish as a distraction in chat. That's a Dracovish, for those who might be interested in catching one of those. I'm well known in concentric circles. And this is a weekly that is a heavyweight. You crashed, so no clue how long you've been here. Did you see me getting chased by an ant-weight ravager, Blacklad? And by ant-weight, I mean literally a ravager the size of an ant. Boy, was it dangerous. I need to sleep. No, you've only just got on the PC. Okay. So you've not been here for the whole of the stream then. Yeah, I need some gravel. What you mean is you had tabs open and raided. Yeah, okay, you probably came in with the raid then. Right. Let us... What did I come back here for? Oh, yes. Get rid of that and coarse dirt and more of the coarse dirt. Oh, I was going to put some water into the cauldrons so that there's something for the ravagers to drink, as opposed to just, you know, my blood. I shall grind your bones to drink your blood. Wait, what? That doesn't sound right. I've opened the same one twice there. Right, cobblestone can go back in there. The dirt can go in here. The cobbled deep slate wall is... Oh, nibbles. Cobbled deep slate wall goes in there, apparently. And the mossy cobblestone wall goes in here. Oh, and the warped stem. Nope, this one. Ooh, do I have any... Yes, I do. Glowing sex. And I feel like I should swap for for grey. So let's make myself a grey dye and put that one back. That way I can highlight the beware of the tromplets sign. Right, I need to work out what we're going to light this place up with. Not campfires. Not soul campfires. Copper lanterns or lanterns? Since we've got lanterns throughout the world in this area, let's go with lanterns and put them on top of the fence posts in a couple of places. Yeah, because we've got lanterns outside. Glowy pumpkins. Interesting concept. No. Although I do think... Hold on. A couple of pumpkins for food would probably be a good idea. Because the idea of a ravager chewing on a pumpkin seems like it's entirely reasonable. At which point I could hide a glowy pumpkin in the pumpkins. I could. I'm not going to. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, they can always just stamp on them. Kel, look after yourself. Thank you for joining us, and yes, see you tomorrow for more fnurbling with the Garston Nautilus docking station. I hope you sleep okay. There we are. That feels good. Right, let's... let's see. I want some unusual characters. No, that's emoji. There we are. Do 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 do. There we are. That looks good. I like that. That works. For those who are curious, you can use Windows... if you're on Windows, and Windows 11, I know does it. I can't remember if 10 does. But the Windows key plus the full stop brings up a... effectively a special character browser. Which is what I was just using there. It might not have been visible because it turned up on the screen with the cam account, but it's really useful. Windows plus dot. Yeah. Win 10 does as well. Yeah, it's really useful knowing that that's there because some of those characters can really be fun to use in things like that. Just like that, yes. Just double checking that I've not placed anything in such a way that a ravager could A, stand on it and escape, or B, I will forget it. Shrug. Okay. Windows 10 brings up the emojis. Yeah, there's that whole emoji browser on Windows 11 has all the special characters next to it. I don't know if... Fnells. I meant to put a piece of gravel there. Actually, I'm going to take out this one. Mama Melissa raiding in with 22 people. Goodness. Welcome in. How are you doing? What, you've been playing Minecraft between seasons? How are you doing? Welcome in to Mama Melissa. Welcome in to Krish. Thank you for joining the Scurry. Welcome in, Raiders. I hope you have had a lovely stream. And if you have a moment to let us know what you're up to, do please. I would love to hear it. If you do need to raid and run, absolutely self-care. Look after yourselves. Take care. That goes for everybody coming in with that raid as well. Olivia, welcome in. Yeah. You find me today working on a new Ravager pen, where we're going to, fairly shortly probably, within the next 20 minutes. Be bringing up a couple of ravagers from downstairs, and then maybe recruiting a couple of tromplets. Tromplets being small ravagers. I did cry a little bit at the beginning of stream. You missed Season 4 already. In Creative for a little bit, working on a safety wall design for Shallow Stack, and yours starter area on Sparklewood. Ooh. That sounds awesome. I hope you have had a fantastic... I know how much that area in Season 4, it looked absolutely amazing. I think Ritsu wanted a parent, but I can't remember. Live in a desert village, so got to play around with sandstone. Ooh. I'm going to temporarily name the two Ravagers that I bring up, Raven, just as Parent 1 and Parent 2. With the intention of actually giving them proper names later. I knew there was a torch around here somewhere. Let's see what the light levels are like. I would say that that works. We don't have to worry about anything spawning in with the Ravagers. Although anything that spawns in with a Ravager, it's entirely its own problem. If you or anyone else gets spawned in with a Ravager, good luck. And I still never put down the water. Wait, so it's claim on 1, have a couple of possible names depending on what she wants to use for the second. Sounds like 1 and 2 are already claimed then. Did I ever see your... I think I saw you playing it, Blackclad. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's even... No, that way. That goes back in there. That goes back in there. And we take a quick nap. Right, I want to come through with a couple of pieces of bone meal, and then I'm going to declare this pen complete. At which point, we're getting close to Yakety Sax moment. There is a quest with a giant irregular and a tiny pig, the Ravagers of the Monster Hunter world. Need to go pick up kiddo from school, do a little bit more laundry. It's lovely to see you, MM. Take care and have a fantastic day. And look after the kiddo. Right. That goes in there. Oh, no, sorry. That goes in there as well. Ritsu! Speak of the devil. Perfectly timed. Your timing is perfect, Ritsu. No, not in. The reason I say this is... Buttercup. Oh, goodness. As you wish. Ah, thank you, Raven. Ow. I'm so tempted to say that the second one has to be something specific. My little buttercup. Really? I only had... I thought I brought more than... Oh. I miscounted how many bone meal I had in my hands. Let's try that again. Is it one per stream or one per person per stream? It should be one per person per stream. If it's one per stream, I've got something fnurbled. Oh, it might be one per person because ravagers. Hold on, let me adjust that for today. Oh, it is, yes. Let's make that 5. Okay. I'm making that 5 just for today. Good night, Midna. Look after yourself. I still went into the wrong one. And we have a Pichu. Is that Pikachu? Oh, it's Pikachu. Sorry. Why did I think that was a Pichu? Electric Gen 1, so it is a monotype, therefore it would be... How many wardens will be lads for stream? -1. For some reason, my brain is now, well, I mean, maybe I will let you recruit wardens, and we'll turn them into a mob switch in the same option as Tango has just done. I mean, I'll have... At which point, we just have a perpetual pile of wardens in a tunnel going back and forth and tromping. Don't need another warden. Cat is already warding you, so you can't just run the quote. Okay. Okay. That's as much foliage as I think should be in here. Because I think if I add any more, it's going to look a little... I'm kind of thinking I shouldn't even let that be in here. That's better. You're over 25% of the way to a warden, so keep on... Okay. I know we have two ravagers downstairs. Warden's on the brain here. Yeah. I was trying to figure out what... So, what was the original name going to be, Raven? I'm tempted to say Wesley, just for sheer comedy value. Farbouty. Ooh. Loki's father. Ooh. Oh, actually, I'm going to adjust that down to 4 because... I'm keeping one of the tromplets for Luna. Ooh, I'm torn, Raven. I am torn. What? Oh, okay. I was worried there. I think a poll in chat is unfair on Raven, because this is Raven's choice. Kind of want to name a tromplet Loki as well. I mean, Buttercup can work with other... I mean... we could say that Buttercup has been kidnapped by Loki's father. Instead of... and taken from taken to a different dimension. Do we have Loki's mum's name? Oh, that's something I haven't done. I need... You're okay with switching? Have it up on screen. I do need some signs. Let's see. Ooh, 5. 5 works nicely, and we can hang them across the... ooh, how wide is that? That's too wide. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I need a couple of... actually, no, I'll just have... Ah, yes, I know what I'm going to do. If I do 2 of those... That's mangrove. If I do 2 of those... Are you happy to go with Laufey? So we're going to have Laufey, Fabalti, and possibly a tromplet of Loki. Whee! At which point I should probably... Ah, where am I going? Having a trumplet named after it does seem appropriate. 1. Hey, footy. 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll give us spaces for these, so it'll be... Ugh. I keep forgetting that hanging signs have shorter names. Ooh. Apparently it's being, it's being a fnurble. I'm having to adjust things quite heavily here. Right. I need to adjust these name tags. Fortunately, we have a convenient... excuse me, what just died? Apparently something just died. Farbouty. And... Laufey. I should probably do the work of updating the books. We've got just enough time to do these, I think. Let's get this paperwork done, and then we'll get the ravagers up. And then, right, so... anyone would think I knew what I was doing by way of alphabet. So that's Raven. And Ritsu should be here. Oh, I've got the... Let's get these correct. Ah. There we are. All the clacky. Okay. Paperwork's done. It's time to get chased by ravagers. Fortunately, it's not that long a distance to be chased by a ravager. Because the ravager distribution network... Ooh, hold on. I should probably make 3 more name tags so that we can get the... It does all fit in frame. Just... I should also eat before A, I get told off, and B, I need to run away from a ravager. Last thing I want to be doing is running from a ravager whilst unable to run. I know there's an ad break starting, which is perfect because we'll get the ads over and done with before I start getting chased by ravagers. Just going to do that for the moment. I'm going to put that in my inventory. Okay. Let's work out my path here. I'm going to have to... Can I get through there? Yes, I probably can. So, that gate's open, that gate's open, that gate's open, and that emergency exit through the wall is open. So, if I'm over here, yep, that'll work. The gates are closed, that's good. Let's drop down here. Let's go and have a chat with... Oh, hold on. Correct. Correct. Now that's right. Okay. They're staring lovingly into each other's eyes. They know that we're about to become parents. Let's have a chat with the emotional support chimkin. I'm about to do something very, very silly. I'm about to put 2 ravagers in 1 pen, which means I'm going to have to be chased by them. Then I need to put in tromplets. This is going to be painful. And you don't care. Hi. Right. Laufey first. Try to keep to the rules. The person who redeemed first goes first. Okay. Check everything by way of directions. Okay. Let's temporarily move the cam account so that it can see the Ravager distribution network lift shaft. Hi. Whee! Ravager going up the water spout. Bouncy Ravager on the surface. That works. It's nice to know that the Ravager distribution network is still functional. Of all the things I've built, the surrealism of having a Ravager distribution network is one of them. Hi, Laufey. Right. Let's back off the cam account so that it can see the entire route. Let's make it so that the cam account is prime, so that it can actually see the run. We now commence Ravager Distribution Network number 1. Hi. Oh, yep, you're mobile. Whoa, you're very mobile. Still mobile. Ah. Come on. Oh, you went over the wall. Hi. Oh, no. You got out. Oh, you got out. You're not supposed to be able to get out. Fnurbles. Are you telling me that you can jump over fence gates? You better not be able to jump over fence gates.
Titty free, rattle, hitting bloats.
For those missing it, it's that. I should make it easier. Oh, it's only 2 wide. Hi. Hi. You gave me a nervous breakdown. You're not supposed to escape that quickly. It's only 2 wide. Honestly, they're jumping over this. I don't need to go through... I need to go through the gate. She really is a Fastian. Suddenly, Ravager to the face, nearly. Okay. Take 2. Oh, it's getting dark. I do not want to be racing from a Ravager in the dark. Oh, yeah. Bah, you're fine. I do not wish to be racing from a Ravager straight into a creeper. Right. Close the gates. No, that's the wrong direction. Going down. Large portions of this build are lit up Elkhorn. There is, however, a very, very large build. Right. That's still active. That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. Hi. Congratulations. Farbouty. I'm going to take you upstairs. Why am I doing this? I could do with your support. Ha, ha. Do you ever have those moments where you sit here and think, what the fnurbles am I doing? Staring face to face with a ravager is one of those moments. Right. It's that image of a flying ravager as it just flies up past me. Well, when I'm in the cam account. And then the Yakety Sax starts playing and you remember everything for the views. Yeah. I'm just going to collect this now rather than later. Whee! And this time, the cam account is going to Ravager Cam. Hopefully it won't be too spinny. Hi. Hi. Run away! Hello. Ah! Yo! Over the wall. Hi. Hi. You know, I'm fairly sure that putting those there so that I didn't realise the Ravagers would jump over the wall using them. But that actually made that so much easier. Am I getting him in the pen? Hello. That worked. Scotsman uses trickery. It is surprisingly effective. Hello. Oh boy, you better not be able to knock each other over that gate, or I will be upset. Actually, oh! Are you going to be able to push each other over the gate? I might need to make that gate taller. I'm not sure I trust them. Yeah, I have this image of suddenly finding myself face to face with a Ravager that has just pushed another Ravager over the pen. Or make the ceiling lower. What I might do is split the difference. 3 of those. You could hear the clench from here. Yeah. That was definitely clench worthy. Right. Let's get this in, and then we will do something very silly. Ah! There. Now you're safe. And by you, I mean me. Right. Ah! One of them got me. Suddenly, tromplets falling from the sky. The tromplet chewed on the squirrel. I might want to raise this gate as well. Yeah, possibly. The fact that none of these is more than a full block tall makes them slightly less dangerous. What I'm more worried about is I might need to make that a wall again, because I have a concern that the smallest of the tromplets might be able to walk through it. So let me go and get that wall back. Why do 2 of these seem to be hyperactively fast? Because small. They're not supposed to be faster when they're smaller. Now, this is going to be the bit that I'm a little bit worried about. I need to take out a wall, a fence, and replace it with a wall without getting murdered by the ravager. This is going to hurt. Ooh, that had the potential to hurt. How did you get up there? I'm scared. What is it with these ravagers and defying gravity? How are you... Whoa! Look, you're not... Wow, a tromplet with the zoomies. I think we found Loki side-trapped or wall fence. Oh, goodness, yes. They're all secretly witches and pwitty princesses. I may have to change that design. I may have to change that design a little bit, which is going to be dangerous because they're now in there. That feels like a problem for future Scots, however, on Tuesday. Because I've just seen the time. Dear God. We are well past 200. However, we are going to get to see tromplets in high definition in Pretty's mode. And I'm going to stop... I'm going to move myself out of the way because that's just petrifying. Also, it's getting dark. Give you 5 minutes. It'll take me about 5 minutes to get decent pictures, I think, given the fact that at least one of the tromplets is hiding in the bushes. Although that's cute. It's like, hey bro, how did you get up there? Oh, that one's on a pogo stick. Yep. Oh, good lord, what have I done? What have I done? Oh. I think the phrase "what have I done" is we're definitely in life finds a way mode here, aren't we? And we have a Pokemon in chat. It is a monotype. And apparently I am out of Ultra Balls. So, if we look at this from a little bit more of a distance... Oh, we need to get that one off that fence. And, need the heavy mons? Oh, yes. Oh, they are adorable, though. I am so glad I went with one of them as a teeny tiny. I think having one of them that small is just the bit that makes it that much more hilarious. And is definitely going to result in... No, you're bigger than that gap. You're bigger than that gap. You can't get out through there. Oh, good lord. That's not bad, though. We have gone from concept to having a full set of tromplets in 36 hours. Watch it get out and hunt Scots down. That wouldn't surprise me. We're probably going to have to come through on Tuesday and add some additional fencing to this. Because I don't trust them as far as I can throw them, and they're pretty small, so I could probably throw them quite hard now. Yes. They are, however, absolutely adorable, which is why this becomes one of those, but why did I do... Oh, look at this. Oh, highly. But why? Can't throw them before they eat me, though. Well, yes. That might be a problem. Oh. And I love the large one looking at the small one going, well, you don't want mine. That's why I left the little gap there, so that the small ones could walk in and out of the larger pen. Or the pen with the larger ones. Because I wanted the idea of them being able to walk in and out. This one is definitely fnurbled. So I will probably adjust this wall so that it's got the fences all over it. Because much as how that's hilarious, that's also petrifying. Chat, you have yes-anded me into the position where I now have tromplets. Oh boy, how did we end up here? Oh, I know. Boing, boing, boing. Yep. Yes, and? Oh, the mayhem, the chaos, the silliness. The average day in this. Ugh, shader compile. Oh no! Alright. While Raven is working their way through getting ready, it is a great little bit. I am very happy with the way this build worked out. We will probably need to add another row of fences for my own personal safety, but I think it works nicely. And it fills in this space in a way that actually feels natural. Because we've got pigs, we've got sheep, and we've got ravagers. Because, of course, pigs, sheep, ravagers. What else would you have in a pen? In a pillager outpost? My sanity has taken one look at this and gone, well, now you've done it. you have brought about the end of times. The tromplets need a chimkin. Oh, that might be an interesting one to add. An emotional support chimkin for the tromplets. Live in a second. Right. I would like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening and for the mayhem. As always, the chaos that chat results in has been absolutely hilarious, and for all the fact that I sit there and go, yeah, I am very, very happy with the result. So thank you for that. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now, where we will be on the idiotic server, doing something a lot less dangerous. We'll be building a pen for Nautilai and finishing that off with Kel. And ghasts. Probably should start actually trying to hatch my ghast. Because, of course, that makes perfect sense. In the interim... Interim? Yes. Are we interim? Yes. I am going to pass us over to Raven, who is absolutely fantastic, and who is continuing their playthrough of Stellar Blade. They have been working through all of the mayhem that brings, including some ridiculously dangerous to kill bosses. Due to the nature of this game, this is marked as a mature game. But hopefully everyone will enjoy that. As I say, I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously now. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. I'm going to go away and collapse now, having been chased around by ravagers. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.